Hey, how we doing everyone? Mark here with another supplement review. Again, another relatively new product today, this time by British company Naughty Boy. This is Winter Soldier Blackout, which is their very own sleep formula. So, within the last 6 months or so, British company Naughty Boy have basically released a whole new range of products under the name Winter Soldier. So there's a new version of their Menace pre-workout, aminos, creatine, a vegan protein, and quite a few other things as well. Winter Soldier Blackout is part of that range. This is in capsule form, which is a little bit more convenient. A lot of companies have gone with the whole powder and scoop thing these days. I don't know, I kind of like both, to be honest, so it is good to see a little bit of variety. It is a 5 capsule serving, and there are 30 full servings per container. We only rarely have 5 main ingredients, so let's kick straight off with the nutrition panel. We start off with glycine at 3 grams. Now, this is an amino acid, and in my opinion, a really great ingredient for any sleep formula. It's got a really smooth, calming effect on the brain, and it also helps to lower core body temperature. The other side of that same coin is that glycine is really good for muscle recovery and growth. Obviously, while we're sleeping, we're growing and recovering, so it's win-win. I've personally found around 2 to 3 grams of glycine is ideal, not just for getting to sleep, but for staying asleep during the night. We then have Xylaria at 500 milligrams. Now, this is actually a combination of 3 ingredients. So you've got Xylaria nigripes, Cuscuta chinensis, and Panax noto ginseng. To be completely honest, the benefits of this go far beyond just helping you to sleep. So on one hand, yes, Xylaria does have a tranquilizing effect. This is because of the way it promotes GABA function in the brain. On a bit of a side note, for anybody who doesn't know, we can't actually use GABA or melatonin in UK-based products. So to see ingredients which are going to boost your own production of GABA is really good. The other main benefit of Xylaria is that it's neuroprotective. So if you're taking things like ashwagandha or lion's mane mushroom, they'd stack really well with Winter Soldier Blackout. There's definitely some synergy between these ingredients. We then have magnolia extract at 500 milligrams. Again, this is another ingredient with more benefits than just sleep. So yes, it does increase levels of GABA, which is obviously beneficial. And on top of this being great for reducing stress, anxiety and depression, it's also anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antioxidant, anti-diabetic, so it's going to help to balance blood sugar levels, and neuroprotective. And these are only a few of the potential benefits that I have listed. You've then got apigenin at 200 milligrams. Now, this is one that you might have heard of before. It's actually a bioflavonoid compound, which you can find in chamomile tea. So I think we're all aware of the effects of chamomile tea on sleep. Its sedative effects actually come from the fact that it binds to benzodiazepine receptors in the brain. Apigenin can also help with testosterone production, especially the falling levels of testosterone, which are kind of associated with aging. The way that it's going to work in this respect are firstly as an aromatase inhibitor. So to some extent, it's going to block the enzyme which converts testosterone to estrogen. It will also help to reduce levels of the stress hormone cortisol. Now, as we know, testosterone and cortisol have a very interesting relationship. As one seems to rise, the other one falls, and vice versa. So by crushing cortisol levels, this will allow for testosterone levels to be elevated. On a little bit of a side note again, you might have also seen lately that there's a lot of talk about onions increasing testosterone levels. And this is one of the main reasons why. Onions are a great source of apigenin. They also provide a good amount of quercetin, which can inhibit 5-alpha reductase, basically the enzyme which converts testosterone to DHT. I just thought I'd throw that little bit of information in for free. Last but not least, we have bioperin at 10 milligrams, which is an extract of black pepper. Now, this is going to help with the absorption of all of the other ingredients. On to effects, and the recommendation is to take 5 capsules 20 to 30 minutes before bedtime. I'll be honest, for me, it took quite a bit longer than that to kick in. Maybe an hour and a half. But I guess it's an individual thing. So to be on the safe side, go with what Naughty Boy recommend and then adjust accordingly. In terms of experience, this is actually an interesting one. A lot of people want something which will completely wipe you out and sleep you within minutes of taking it. And this is often where you run into problems. The stronger formulas, which in some cases can completely knock you out in literally a couple of minutes, can lead to problems going into the next day. You can often wake up feeling groggy and lethargic, and it can sometimes take you a couple of hours to properly find your bearings. Now, I imagine that some people do need that level of sedation. If you're one of those people, this is not for you. For me, Naughty Boy Blackout was more of a smooth, relaxing experience, which seemed to have more of a gradual effect. Within the first hour or so, I would say a lot of feelings of stress and anxiety were greatly reduced, but it was only really after that hour mark where I started to feel like naturally tired, if that makes sense. The best way I can describe it is it didn't feel like I'd taken a product. It was like one of those days where you're naturally relaxed and you feel ready to have a solid 8 or 9 hours sleep. The second part of the experience that I want to mention is the effect during the night. Now, I'm the kind of person who finds it pretty easy to get to sleep, but I will wake up quite a few times during the night and then not be able to get back to sleep again. 9 out of 10 times, I would say I slept right through with blackouts. The odd few times that I did wake up during the night, I found it really easy to get back to sleep again with no kind of anxiety or stress issues. Again, the following morning, I'm waking up feeling really fresh and ready to go. So yeah, I'm perfectly happy to use this as an ongoing product. If you really want to optimise the benefits of Naughty Boy Blackout, I would recommend stacking it with things like ashwagandha or a really good ZMA formula. Again, by doing this, you're really building on those anti-stress and pro-testosterone benefits, as well as helping with your sleep and recovery. And with that, I'm going to wrap up here. If you did find this review helpful, please like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. As well as these product reviews, I also provide in-depth ingredient breakdowns, my most recent one being about the popular stimulant DMHA. Make sure you check that out, it's linked below in the description. If you do have any questions or you would like me to review your product, feel free to get in touch either in the comments, through Instagram or by email, all links below. I hope you all have a great day and I'll see you all in the next video.